y'all, it's time to go to the Barnes & Noble again, so I'm going to bring you along with me. I'll film as much as I can. It's a little later in the day than I typically go, but we'll see what happens. And I'll have eyeliner and mascara on the next time you see me. But yes, so anyways, I have a couple things I want to see if they have, and yeah, so it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. I'm wearing my new shirt. It's got floofy sleeves, and it's not something I would typically pick out for myself, but I recently went shopping with Maeve, and she helped me pick out some things that are a little outside my comfort zone, but I still loved, so I'm really excited. Anyways, let's go do the shopping thing. Okay, so I just wrapped up in there. There's not too much footage from the actual store. There were too many people, like, waltzing around in the sections I was in. But I did end up picking up some books. The manga I was looking for, they didn't have the ones I was looking for, but the ones I was looking for, they would be out a week early, technically. So I'm not, like, upset. But this Barnes & Noble is great about putting things out early if they have it. So I'm like, it's worth a check. But there were a couple of books I wanted to pick up, so that's what I ended up doing. So first up, I found a Jill Shalvis that I didn't own yet. I tend to really enjoy her books. I use these as palette cleansers, and Lindsay and I put them into our buddy reads every so often. So this one is about that kiss. It's one of the Heartbreaker Bay novels, and I just adore them. I know what to expect going in. Most of them are 4 to 5 stars for me. I just love them. They are sweet candy to me. And then the biggest surprise, I found a Queen Bev on the shelf that I have not seen on the shelf in my store ever, and that is Midnight. I believe this comes after Night Song or before. I think it's from that same series. So I've seen this cover. I'm in love with this cover. And so I was so excited when I saw it on the shelf. I'm like, mine. And they only had one. So I was naughty and I took the only one. The next one I grabbed was Then, Now, Always by Mona Shroff. Mona Shroff is an author that I read for the first time earlier this year. I was a puddle of a mess by the time I finished it. So I'd never seen this book on the shelf here in my local store. So I snagged that up the second I saw it. They always have the newest book in stock pretty well. But this one, where it's one of her older titles, isn't usually on the shelf. So I went ahead and snagged that. And then last but not least, which is my current audiobook listen, but I did pick up a copy of Touch of Ruin by Scarlett St. Clair. I did read A Touch of Darkness recently. I'll be talking about it in my most recent wrap-up. I don't know if it's going up before this one or not, but I did read it, and I really enjoyed my time. It's still not my favorite Hades and Persephone book. I'm not going to say it is. I went in knowing this is pretty much plot to get them to sex, and that's okay by me. Like, I'm very excited for this one. I'm about halfway through on the audio, but it's on AnyPlay, and sometimes when I'm out and about, AnyPlay doesn't like to work well for me. So I've been going back and forth with that and an Audible listen for audiobook time. But yes, so I did pick up A Touch of Ruin, and I'm really enjoying it. The narration's pretty dang good on it. Not my favorite narration, again, but I think I'm just like so biased towards Neon Gods that it's not even funny when it comes to Hades and Persephone. I have yet to find something I love as much as that, except Lore Olympus. Lore Olympus is the peak, and then very closely behind it is Neon Gods. Neon Gods is my smutty version of Lore Olympus in my head. And so if you want a non-smutty, you go for Lore Olympus. If you want a smutty, you go for Neon Gods. And then shortly after that, there are a couple, and then Heart of Darkness. So, or A Touch of Darkness. So it's not like, it's in like my top 5, but it's not the top. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's just a really long-winded way to say that I enjoyed it, but it's not a brand new favorite, Hades and Persephone, like it is for a lot of people. So, with that said, that's this entire video. I know it was short, and it's really weird to not have any manga in my hands, but I'm pretty up on my releases right now, so, and the ones that I don't have that were on the shelf, I'm not as anxious to have, so I'd rather wait. I'm trying to be a reasonable human being and work on my budgeting. So I just got the books today. Most of them were mass market, so I didn't spend a ton of money. And I feel really good about what I got and how much money I spent. So anyways, let me know in the comments down below if you are able to get back out to stores, what you've been able to see recently, and what you're looking forward to picking up soon. If you don't want to go into all of that, just go ahead and leave me a book stack emoji because we're howling. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.